Hey, welcome back. Your man Porter here. Today I said I'll do a little intro next to probably the project that started it all when I arrived to Manitoba. So this old truck is my 79 F-150. I've been through every nut and bolt of this thing. You're gonna see a little bit of it coming up pretty soon, since it's pretty much the next project I have in line there after this little one with the 3.8 is done here. But I thought, you know what? It'd be good to give you guys a little sneak peek. Just saying, it has 700 horsepower. We're going to be carrying on today with our intake project. So hopefully that little sneak peek from last time got you a little interested. So what I'm planning to do today is we're going to finally cut out the top part of the intake like I mentioned last time, and we're going to start building it up a little bit. So we have templating cardboard here. I have my sheet aluminum, which is going to be what I'm going to build the intake with, and we're gonna throw in a little test weld in there. So a good thing to do is always just to try to see if you can weld the material in the first place. I remember trying to weld weird casings off of bikes and old quads and that kind of stuff, and you try to hit it with the TIG and for some reason it just globs, and then afterwards you just basically give it a little tap and it just flings right off. So it's not gonna work, right? So when I finish cutting that up, I'm gonna have some loose pieces of intake. Gonna give it a try just to see if I can weld onto it to make sure everything's good to go on that aspect, and if it is, well geez, we'll just keep going with it. But we're getting dangerously close here. I said at that same point I'd show you that adapter plate I was talking about. So this is simply a chunk of aluminum that's a 2-barrel spacer. So this is what I'm going to use to weld onto the intake, and then I'm going to have a place to actually put my carburetor onto. So it'll make my life a lot easier. And you know what? No time like the present, so let's get into it. All right, so here you can see, this is kind of what I was talking about earlier on when I said it's really good to do a little test of the material you have, right? So I've welded cast aluminum before, which is what this intake is made out of. So I picked out two of the cuts that were left, right? The kind of dirty ones, if you will, because I wanted to see how well they would clean. So I just took two that were the same thickness, the same length roughly, and then just prepared them so I can do a quick test on them. So I want to see if I can weld them together to see if it's even possible to weld. and also if I can weld a fresh, clean aluminum onto it, which is what I'm going to be using. Well, holy monkey in a can, I gotta tell you, that was something else. I'm pretty sure you've seen the million times that I dabbed right into it. I got a couple little pinholes and everything, but I gotta say for the majority of it though, it's not bad. Now there's only one area that I have left that's kind of worrying me, and it's right around there, right where that bolt hole is. They're completely in the right hand, top right hand, oh, correction, middle right hand of the screen there. I might just have to kind of bridge the whole thing, and you know what? That's fine. We'll deal with it when we get there. So yeah, so far I gotta say, pretty happy with this. There's obviously going to be some issues. I mean, it's just the way it is, right? But I mean, as far as it could go, I think it went pretty much as good as I could get it, anyways. Because remember, I'm no welder by any means. So I don't know if you guys have noticed, but the welder in the background is massive. It's one of those industrial welders, and once it's started up, there's no way I'm recording any audio whatsoever. So I'm just kind of recording this to let you know what's going on. So basically at this point, I'm trying to tack in the front and the back of the intake there. So those parts that we made earlier on, right? Keep in mind, those are just very quickly bent up parts in a metal brake there. I might show you a little bit later on there, but we got quite a bit of equipment in that shop, so it kind of works out pretty good. So obviously trying to make everything work here, there's a lot of contaminations and whatnot. It's an old intake. Trying to put some new metal, make a nice weld is whatever. I'm not the best at it, so whatever. I'm making it work, but cleanliness is the key here, obviously. And then trying to work with the pedal, because this one is an old school foot pedal design. So basically I got the machine maxed out, and the whole time I'm going, I'm just blasting it every once in a while. It kind of burns off the impurities, and you see all that little black stuff kind of come back to the top. So it helps me clean out the welds and make sure they're good to go. The part that I'm dreading is coming up. Like I told you guys earlier on, that back part around the 3 bolts that are hanging out. Wow, I was so confused about how I was going to do that one, but I ended up just kind of taking on an old piece of filler rod, just so I had something to hold the part in place, right? Because I didn't want to feel it. So that's what I'm doing right now. I didn't want it to fall through and just kind of be a pain, so at least I got something to hold the part in while I'm tacking it. And if I'm not mistaken, I ended up just using an old piece of aluminum that I slammed in the hole, and then the whole thing just kind of, melted together, and it was good to go towards the end of it. So, like I said, turned out being quite a pain, but hey, I got it done. That's the only part that really matters, I guess. The good welders are going to watch this and obviously laugh, right? There's a lot of stuff that I'm doing wrong, but like I said again, I'm not certified welder or anything. I just weld for the hell of it, and my brother actually is the one that taught me all this stuff. He's a boss, so. Here you got some shots of the thing completed, and yeah, we'll see on the next one if everything is good to go. All right, had to come back outside there to cool down a bit. It's unbearably hot in there, but you know what? Doesn't matter. It's worth it. I hope you enjoyed watching this. I had a lot of fun making it, and you know what? The fabrication portion of this is always the best part, in my opinion anyways. I love doing this. And if you guys are welders and I'm doing something wrong, which I know I am, make sure you leave a comment, okay? You know what? Comments are not negative in my opinion. They're always good to improve yourself. And if you like this, make sure to tune in on the next one. If you want to see more of this stuff, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And just a little reminder again, comment, like, share, subscribe. Your man Porter here signing out. We'll see you on the next one.